I was once a man. Ah, wrong one. Welcome back, everybody. Squared Circle Uncensored here for another figure review, toy review, whatever you want to call it, baby. But we're here, and we're going to be getting into this. We're going to be busting it open. The Hasbro G.I. Joe retro carded Cobra Commander. I can't wait to get into this figure. But first, let's go over the box. All right, everybody, let's get into this figure review. Let's take a look at the box like we just said we were going to do. Also, that intro, I know what I'm doing, guys. That was supposed to be funny, but I don't know if you guys found it funny. Let me know, comment below. We're trying to do some fun things before the video and go from there. But I guess you can say he was once a man, regardless of when and how he looked. Either way, look at this. This is Cobra Commander here. This is the one I think everybody's been waiting for. He is large and in charge, and he is ready to go into your Cobra display and give all your troops the proper orders. Now, standard Hasbro retro style, thick stock card back. Beautiful, beautiful image of Cobra Commander here in that kind of sunbow look. G.I. Joe, Cobra the Enemy, Cobra Commander, Hasbro logo, legalese in here, legalese on the back. You get a file card here, enemy leader in every single different language you could possibly imagine. I'd love Hasbro for you to nix all these, I don't know, nix them all and give me a bio. Give me a true bio without all this other stuff on it, guys. Come on, do it for the market. I understand that you don't want to print other things for other markets and all these other countries, but this just makes it look bad. I'm sorry. Other figures in the line. Right there. And that's the box. So let's get to the figure review. Let's get this thing out and bust it open. All right, everybody. We have Cobra Commander out of his box, out of his packaging. It really, really, really hurts me to take things off of the card and out of the box. But we have to do it. We can't display everything on card or in the box. All right, first impressions out of the box. We busted this thing open. He looks great. He can't stand for shit. And I don't know what the hell's wrong with this. Every Cobra Commander figure I get from every company can't stand. Why? Guys, why can't you make a Cobra Commander figure that will stand? So as you can see, he's got the V wide pose right now. Until I loosen those joints up, I got to loosen them up. They're tight as heck on this figure. We're going to loosen them up. Hopefully, we'll get some photos out to Instagram that actually, look good. Straight poses up and down, little action shots here and there. But man, I could not get this thing to stand. I spent a good 5 to 10 minutes just to get him in the pose you see right here. Now, he looks great. He looks great. I don't want to say that the figure isn't done well because he does look great, and we'll go comparisons at the end. We have a lot of figures that we brought out over here, and we're going to get into accessories right now. All right, guys. Here is the accessory that's probably going to be most needed for this figure. Even though they do give him the wide stance on the display stand, you get the Cobra G.I. Joe display stand here with the Cobra logo on it. Pretty simple. He's going to have the wide-legged poses on here too. So maybe that's why. I have no idea, but I can't get this guy to stand without a wide leg pose. I guess you're going to have him in that pose on or off the stand. I use these, as you can see with my distro. If they come with them, I use them. So it's always nice to have a display stand because some of these figures can get really fussy. Next, we're going to go over the hands, guys. So this guy comes with a bunch of hands, and I think this is something that the design team on the Classified series has done very well with. They've been incorporating hands. So here we go. I'm going to actually move Cobra Commander out of the way while we look at the accessories so we can get some wide shots on them as well. So nothing is in the way. So here's the fist hand, right fist hand with the glove, nothing special. So there we go. That's the first one. Here's the left fist hand. Again, just a regular old gloved fist hand. So there you go. I know a lot of people in the community have been asking Hasbro to do this, so that's why I think they're giving more hands with figures now. I don't particularly care about hands. You know that, guys. Here is like a menacing hand. I don't know what you would classify this as. Like a come to me. Maybe he can hold the snake in his hands like this. As you're going to see, there's a hand like this with the Super 7 version where he is holding the snake with the Cobra snake and the globe. But there you go. That is another hand. And then he's got, obviously, got to have Cobra Commander with a pointy hand. Pointing the finger. We'll probably use this one. I mean, why wouldn't I? This is iconic, right? So those are the hands. Up next, you get also a knife. Knife is well done here. I don't see any problems with it. There's a nice metal flake kind of silver finish to it. You got to leave a little silver pop here on the ball of the handle. You know, there's the handle. It's got some striations in it. So nice looking knife. Nothing crazy. We'll probably leave it in the knife sheath, which is on the figure, which we'll go over. And then we have also this backpack. So they gave him his retro style backpack. It's got some color there. Let's see if I can get it to focus real quick. Here you go, guys. It's got the Cobra logo. It's the gun holster. It's got some metal flake silver splashes in there. As you can see, it's got the peg on the back. Goes right into his back. Pretty simple again. Nothing too crazy. We'll put that right on him as well. And then last but not least, we do have his pistol. This is very unique to Cobra Commander. He does have the little bit of like, I don't know, it's like a cross there in red. A little pop. I think it's just the, I don't know, part of the gun he does something with. I don't know. It could be a reload or something like that. But there you go. That's the gun. And let's see. Oh, it's also got the striations on the barrel as well, which is cool. I think the old one had that as well. So really nice. Love the gun. Love the Cobra Commander. All right, we're done with the accessories. Now let's get into the figure. All right, everybody, we are going to take a look at Cobra Commander now. No guarantees he stands during comparisons, but let's go over this figure. Love the figure. Again, like I said, he looks great. I think they did also a great job at blending all the seams in this figure when it comes to the butterfly shoulders and just like the cuts in the figure and the double jointed knees and elbows. I mean, they did a great job overall. But let's start with the facial sculpt. Not much here, guys. I mean, it is literally a nice chrome dome right there. They went with the chromed out kind of vac metallized mask, which looks great. He's got the white stripe that comes back around the head. Now, as far as articulation as well, I mean, this thing has a lot of articulation in it, all right? They also did a little bit of a light blue pop here with some army symbols, it looks like here on the turtleneck of the shirt, which I really like. I think that makes the figure pop. So really nice deco hits here. Obviously, you have the Cobra logo right there. And then they went with a little bit of a darker blue for his suit color. He comes down here. Obviously, he has his gloves that ride up until almost his elbow here. So he's got those large gloves. And then when you come down here, he's got obviously his fatigues buttoned up. And they put a little hint here. They put a little hint of, I would say, like a silver, again, that metallic silver color, which looks great. As we go down here, he's got two belts, it looks like. So he's got one belt that goes around here and then another belt that goes around here. So this is more of a white stripe belt. And then even on the belt, the lower belt, the black belt, he's got a little bit of a deco hit. It looks like a triangular, red triangle right there. And then on the belt buckle, and then obviously a little bit of that metal flake silver as well, with two molded patches on the sides of the buckle, which is cool. They gave him a little bit of a zipper here area in the pant. He has red red stripes going down his pant legs. This thing sucks. It keeps coming off. This is his knife holster, which is actually ported here. But it keeps falling off and down. So I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like right now about the figure. I know I have to get it further up on him and kind of get it in a position where, you know, it'll just stay there, which I will do. And I do think that it was pretty cool for the knife holster. They did throw in some buckle detail there. They didn't have to do that, but they did. So again, attention to detail is really nice. You come over here to the back of the figure. Also, his ass has the pockets there and the seam going down the middle. of the butt area, and then his boots are just regular black boots with a little bit. It's interesting actually. So this one has the stripe on both sides. Oh, this one does too. Okay, but it doesn't go around to the bottom of the foot. So, you know, stripe and then a little bit of a hit here, and then doesn't go around to the bottom of the foot. But overall, great figure. If you want, again, I showed you some head articulation. We'll show you crunch. That's what he can do. Go back a lot. I mean, this guy's got a lot of. This is standard, basically classified series articulation on these figures, guys. You got the butterfly joints. He can go every which way. He's tight though. Right out of the packaging, he's tight. There's the double jointed knees. You can get him lifting up like crazy. Obviously has the drop down on the hip, and then obviously forward and backwards with the, oh, he's got actually a swivel here at the ankle area. That's interesting. I have not seen that yet. So more articulation added to these figures, I think. Comment below, guys. Have you seen this? Looks like he's got a side to side at the ankle area. He also has a rocker in here as well. I mean, that's great. I mean, look, I didn't even see that because it kind of blended in so well with the figure. I didn't even see that they had that. I don't know if it's a new part of articulation again, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. But that's Cobra Commander. I would say a B figure, definitely. I mean, given the fact that probably if he gets loose, and I mean, not loose, but yeah, if he gets loose enough, not too loose, he'll be able to stand. I would even put this closer to almost a B plus, I would say. We did get this kind of later in the series. I mean, we're over 100 and some figures in, and we didn't get a proper Cobra Commander. And I don't know, is this the proper Cobra Commander for you all? Let me know in the comments below. Are you satisfied with this version? I mean, do you think that the Hasbro knocked it out of the park? I think it's great, right? I don't know why we waited so long for this. I think you could have given this earlier in the classified series. But again, I am not Hasbro. I do not make those decisions. What we're going to do right now is, though, we're going to bring some of its counterparts in, and then you let me know in the comments below. Do you think this is your perfect Cobra Commander? All right, guys, we're back in the comparison portion of this video, this figure review. And there we go. What do you think, guys, side by side? I mean, I obviously know that this figure was very dated, and it was very, very unlike our retro original Cobra Commander. I mean, this is not even retro. This is Cobra Commander. So what do you think, guys? Do you think you're going to go with this one or this one? I mean, obviously, I'm going to go with this one. I mean, nostalgia-wise. I do think this is a beautiful-looking figure, though. And they did take a lot of, like, Napoleon elements and stuff like that with his fatigues and kind of like French War. You know, I don't know when Napoleon was fighting. I think in the 1800s, if I'm correct. But I could be wrong. I'm not that much of a historical buff. Comment below. But again, they kind of went with like a Napoleon Bonaparte look here, almost like even like a German Hitler-esque look. I wouldn't even say German. No, I wouldn't say German. I'd say more like French Napoleon. But anyway, era. There you go. That is the first version of Cobra Commander next to the new retro carded Cobra Commander. Now let's, for purposes, bring in another figure here. I got figures falling left and right. We're going to bring in Destro just to show you him next to a G.I. Joe Classified Series Destro. That's the retro version. I think they look great together. I think this is what you want, right? I don't know. I mean, comment below. Let me know what you think, guys. That is Destro next to Cobra Commander. For fun, I'm going to bring in, and this one fell down, as you heard. This thing always falls, and I was talking about this before. This comes with a little bit of a snake with a globe, and you can have it held in his hand here, but I'm just going to leave that undone. These joints have got loose and looser over time. This is another Cobra Commander that does not want to stand. And I try to get him to stand every which way. I use a stand and it just doesn't work. He's probably going to stand now for the purpose of this video. But here is the Super 7 Ultimates G.I. Joe Cobra Commander. Now, I thought personally that this Cobra Commander was the really the be-all of Cobra Commanders. I wish he was sized down a little bit to fit into my classified series line, but I'm also hoping because of that, because of his size, and because he is very much the cartoon version, that Mezco will come up with one better than this, or just as good, if not better. So I still think the Super 7's great. You can see that it has more of a matte finish on it opposed to the Hasbro kind of glossier, almost like 3 3/4 O-ring kind of glossiness to it, which is cool. I like that. Different style of chrome. Obviously, this is just a regular painted kind of silverish, and that is the vac. And obviously, I mean, you can see. I'll put them closer together. I mean, still a great figure. I could even use this cape on this. I was thinking. I don't know. Comment below. Are you gonna mix and mash? What do you think you're gonna do with your Cobra Commander? I think it may be too big on him though. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we can try it out right now. Let's get a little down and dirty. And this is a wired cape too. So let's see how it looks. I don't know. What do you think, guys? I'm not digging it. Yeah, I'm not digging it. I think it's too big. Again, I could pose it out maybe and make it look good, but I don't know. I just don't like the color scheme either. It just doesn't match. It's too pink, I think. It's, again, that's the kind of the cartoon version. Again, cartoon version, which barely stands as well. I don't know why Cobra Commander, at least my Cobra Commanders cannot stand, but I can't get them to stand, guys. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think this is gonna fall. So there you go. Super 7, Hasbro, two different beasts or animals. And here's another one. I just brought on a reaction figure, just for the heck of it, because they did the vac metal face on this Super 7 reaction figure too. But they used a light blue, a very, very powder blue. But yeah, I thought I'd bring this out just for comparison's sake, because I thought it was fun. But yeah, it looks pretty similar. All right, and then last but not least, I say this all the time, last but not least. I actually have 3 last but not least. But last but not least, I have some carded stuff. So there's a couple things that I have carded that you all are going to really want to see and check out. I'm trying to find that stuff and where I put it right now. Let's go with this one first. Let's go with this one. So this was the Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. So again, the Snake Supreme Cobra Commander better represents the first release, which is this one. I'll bring in the first release as well. But it does have that cape. You may be able to use it. I'm not sure. But there you go. That is the Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. And then let me get this down. I'm just going to put Cobra down because he's going to fall regardless. And then I have here the Once a Man Cobra Commander. I have all these exclusives in the packaging, guys, so don't mind me. I see there's some reuse here, and I'm sure if you do have Once a Man Cobra Commander, if you don't like the vac metal on him, on this one, you could use the head from that one. It's just the same thing, just doesn't have the vac metal. So I mean, you can get whatever Cobra Commander look you want. It looks like they did some reuse on the backpack. Oops, sorry guys, there was a light there. So they did some reuse on the backpack and maybe some of the accessories too, the gun and the hands. Yeah, it looks like this is all reuse. Knife, everything that was in Once a Man, other than the top half of the body, the head, and the color of the figure is reuse. It's all reuse, basically. So there you go. That's the Once a Man. And we did open this up on a live stream, a previous live stream. So if you want to check that out, a more in-depth take on Once a Man Cobra Commander, check out my previous live stream. Thanks so much, everybody, for obviously joining in for this review as well. We appreciate everybody. We're doing reviews usually about once a week. And then now I think I can say, guys, I think we've got through all the exclusives. We have 2 more carded pieces, which I want to bring into the fold. The first one being the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander that everybody got with their His tank. So again, if you have this, there's a lot of reuse here too with the backpack and the accessories and stuff. I mean, they're the same thing basically. Yeah, everything is the same, except you got the snake with the globe here, and then you have the figures, which this one's a little bit of a lighter blue. I think they did a little different lighter blue color. The belt colors are a little bit different on it as well, but other than that, pretty much reuse. And this doesn't have the stripe on the head either. So there you go. That's the comparison with the yeah, his tank, Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander exclusive. And then last but not least here, I have my retro carded 3 3/4 Cobra Commander O-ring. And yeah, I think the color's a little off. So it's not the exact color. There are a couple things that are different in the belts, as you can see. Obviously, there was no stripe on the top of his head either. So if this was a true representation of the retro figure, there's a lot missing here. This is not a true representation of the retro figure. His sleeves come all the way down. The gloves don't go as far up. The belt buckles are different colors. There was black in that turtleneck area instead of the light blue. So obviously Hasbro and the Classifieds team took some liberties into, yeah, doing things a little different than the traditional retro figure. But the artwork is still there. You have the Sunbow artwork and all that goodness as well. And, you know, there you have it. I mean, that is our new G.I. Joe Classifieds series Cobra Commander, the retro carded one. Guys, what do you think in the comment below? Are you going to get this figure? I'm assuming you have to have it for your collection, right? I mean, this is a must-have. Everyone's probably going to get it. Probably get two. But how does it compare to the retro? How does it compare to some of the other releases? Let me know in the comments below. And guys and gals, don't forget, we're Squared Circle Uncensored. We're going to be doing a rebrand at the beginning of the year. I'm Will SQD. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the figure review. In the comments below, guys, let me know. If you didn't like it, tell me why. Maybe I can change something. Or maybe you should just go away. I don't know. That's up to you. But I'll tell you one thing. We love everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. We love everybody that's been providing us with constructive criticism and positive feedback. So thank you, everybody, for all that. And until next time, as we say, we'll see you on the flip side. And be here and be squared.